Hey everybody, my name is Ajuan Jasante Goodman. I am the president of Black Advancement Incorporated. I'm joined today by the alderman, one of the aldermen in the city of Frederick, Doctor, yes, Derek Shackelford. How you doing,
Good to
sir?
see you.
Good to
I'm
see
well.
you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man, no problem, no problem. Before we get into why the alderman is here today, let me first give you the spiel of what Black Advancement Incorporated is all about. Black Advancement Incorporated is a nonprofit organization that seeks to combat problems within the Black community through action and dialogue, this being an action portion. Now, behind me, you'll probably see like our book rolling on YouTube as far as why the alderman is here today, which is we came up with a solution called the Local Political Awareness booklet, which is basically a booklet that talks about the responsibilities of local politicians and their responsibilities. This is in a goal to try to get the Black community more involved in local politics because we do believe all politics is local. Now, with all that being said, why read a booklet when you can get one of the people actually here to talk to you about what they do? So that's what we're doing with the alderman here. All right, let me just skip all the formalities. Let's just go right into it. You ready for it?
Sure. Absolutely.
Fantastic. Okay, first question. What is your position and what is its primary function and how are those functions executed?
Um, my position is what's known as an alderman. Frederick, the city of Frederick being German, has German roots and German heritage. So that's how the formation of alderman or the alder person, and even we have women who serve on the board. So they're called alderwomen. At some point, hopefully, here in the near future, we're going to be just called city council. That way, it just makes it a whole lot easier in terms of when people are able to just not only pronounce it, but also in terms of just the clarity of everything. So that may make it just more simple. My role is more a legislative role in regards to voting on budgets, writing and passing ordinances, answering questions of constituents, just being someone in terms of who can um, be assistance and support and help to our city. So it's a different dynamic. It's like a mini Congress person, if you will. We're at large, which means is we are elected to cover or serve the whole entire city. So that's basically my role, pretty much in the simplistic of terms, if you will.
Yes, sir. Question number two. Under what circumstances should someone contact your office and how would they most effectively do so?
Oh wow. They can reach me by email. That's D Shackelford, DSHACKELFORD at cityofFrederickMD.gov. Um, I can also be reached at 240-344-0491. Residents contact me for a number of reasons in regards to they may want a certain clarity on ordinance, they may want to support an ordinance, they may want to know where I stand on a respective ordinance or respective issue. Something may be concerning in their neighborhood. So it runs a wide spectrum of why folks actually contact me, and this is the reason why we serve. We serve to be responsive to the needs and concerns of our citizens and our residents. And so I don't mind when people contact me in regards to a specific issue or concern or just want to hear certain my vantage point on a certain issue or when a vote comes up in terms of what I'm or when I voted what I may have been thinking in regards to that respective vote. So it runs a whole wide spectrum of why people actually contact me, and I don't mind. That's the reason why we serve.
Indeed. Question number three. How does what you do impact lives on a local level?
Oh, daily. Um, you mentioned something very important, which is all politics is local, which means at the local level it affects the daily lives of people from your your trash being picked up to public service in regards to safety, in regards to a neighborhood concern, in regards to traffic, in regards to financial, in regards to our economic vibrancy. So, politics being local affects the daily life of people every single day. The votes that I take at various meetings have a direct impact on people. Sometimes at the national or state level, it may not have a direct impact, quote unquote,
Mhm.
but the votes that you take at a local level or the legislation that you try to pass at the local level affects someone's daily life in some sort of significant way. So I don't never underestimate that or never minimize that because understanding that the vote I'm taking, the legislation I'm trying to pass, has a significant impact on the way people are going to live their life.
Good answer. Question number 4. What is the top priority for your position?
Currently at this time, right now we're getting ready to undergo a charter review, which is significant in terms of how our city will function in terms from government efficiency, possibly to the number of persons who serve on the board, possibly to our election cycle, possibly to how our government looks in terms of executive and legislatively. So you mentioned in regards to daily impact, this is going to not only affect the lives of our residents daily, but also in terms of what it looks like for the future. So that's kind of a major issue. Then we kind of look at our planning mechanism in terms of how we plan for the future. That's always on the table. So those are probably the primary two important issues. I have a concern and much not a concern, but I have a passion for housing, particularly what I don't like to use this word affordable housing because what's affordable? I like to use the word price appropriate housing because then that significantly details the uh, person's income level or in terms of what they can afford, quote unquote, but also housing that is safe, also housing that is legacy, as we well know, in terms of when has home ownership opportunities that can be passed down through generations. So it's very important for me in terms of legislatively to have different mechanisms and legislation in place so that all folks have an opportunity to purchase a home or to live in decent, safe housing, even if that's rental properties. So those are some of the major issues that are taking place right now. But of course, in a city such as this, that you just never know in terms of what may happen or what may occur. So we always have to be aware of what's taking place in our city, particularly with our residents when they bring issues before us. And believe it or not, most of the I won't say this, but good ideas come from our residents. I won't say most of them. Most of them in many cases do. We're just the ones who may initiate that legislation in terms of proposing it or presenting it. But we have some very gifted and talented people in our city who come up with some great ideas, and so it's an opportunity for our city to be better.
Good answer. Question number 5. What made you want to run for this position?
Public service. I've always been in a life of service. Shirley Chisholm would say that service is the meant that you pay to live here on earth. My father being from the military, being from the South, my mother being in civil service in terms of that dynamic. I just always been enamored with service. That's the way to make lives better. You talk about particularly for Black advancement, particularly for African American people. We need to have folks in positions who are heightenedly aware of our struggle, but also in terms of our advancement, but also in terms of keeping the door open so that when decisions are made, we're at the table and we have a keen awareness of our history, our legacy, and also our future. So there's a number of reasons in terms of that running, but pretty much, man, I just want to make the world a better place for my children and my grandchildren. So many people have impacted my life significantly, by laying their life on the line in terms of service. And so it's just the bridge for me in terms of following after people who have done that.
Good answer. And it's already to the final question. So,
Alrighty.
yeah. Final question. What do you believe is the importance of local government?
The importance of local government, as we stated before, is it impacts the lives of people daily. There's decisions that are made that people may not be aware of in terms of reading about it or hearing about it or attending a meeting, but it directly impacts a person's life, a community's life, a neighborhood's life. So the importance of local government is that, and that's where decisions are really actually made. That they're gonna affect your current status and also the future of where you live. So that's why local government is so important. That's why people should. I encourage people to be involved and to stay involved.
Indeed. Well, I'd like to be the first among many that'll probably say thank you to the alderman. We appreciate you.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for the time.
Yeah, no problem. If you guys want to see this or more stuff, you can go to our YouTube channel. But until the next time, peace and advance.